Hey guys, and welcome to the Family Fudge. In today's video, I have a full week of fun lunch ideas to share with you, but this week is going to be a little bit different, and that's because in honor of Griffin's birthday, he got to pick out lots of the foods and activities for the week. Now, all of the lunches this week were super quick and easy to put together, and you guys, some of the lunches I didn't even make myself. We ate out a couple of times, so stay tuned and I'll share all of the lunches with you. Hey guys, and welcome to Monday. For today's lunch, I'm going to be putting lots of Minion inspired foods because this morning on our big grocery shopping trip, Griffin chose Minions as his birthday theme. Griffin is a huge Minion fan, so I know he is going to love today's lunch. And speaking of another thing that Griffin loves, today's main course is going to be mac and cheese, which is his favorite. But I have quite a few different kinds of mac and cheese to pick from. And since it's his birthday week, he's gonna get to pick which one we use. Now I know this mac and cheese isn't exactly Minion themed, but it is nice and yellow like the Minions themselves, so it goes with this lunch. Now since Griffin and all of the kids will be eating their lunches at home today, I don't need to worry about keeping this mac and cheese warm in a thermos. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it in his lunchbox. I am making lunches for my other kids as well, but this week we're just focusing on Griffin's lunch since it's his birthday. Now moving on to the fruit, I feel like you can't have a Minion inspired lunch without including bananas, right? Because Minions themselves love bananas. So I'm going to add some little banana wheels right in here. And in between the banana wheels, I'm also going to add in some blueberries. I think the combination of yellow with the blue is definitely giving out some Minion vibes. Next, to keep with the yellow theme, I'm going to go ahead and add some corn into this lunchbox. I'll just fill up this entire section here. And then for the snack and the treat, I have something very special. In the center section, I'm gonna go ahead and add just a few of these little Minion cereal pieces. These are so fun. Surprisingly, they're vanilla flavored, not banana. And I actually found these at Aldi. And then check it out, you guys. For the sweet treat, I'm gonna be adding in some Minion cookies. Now, I've seen these at Walmart and I've also seen them at Target. I think these are so cute. I just love all the little different Minions that are in here. I think these are adorable. And then last but not least, to go along with this Minion themed lunch, I'm also going to add in a little Minion topped juice bottle, and I let Griffin pick out which flavor. And out of all of the different choices, Griffin picked out the apple juice. Hey there, and happy Tuesday. Now, today is Griffin's actual birthday. He turns 4 years old today, and we have a lot of fun things planned. For today's lunch, I'm going to be making him our family's traditional birthday lunch. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know that that means a number sandwich. Now, if you're new here, a number sandwich is something I only make on the kids' birthdays, and it's really a cross between the Australian style fairy bread and a good old PB&J. So to make this sandwich, I always like to start by cutting off some of the crust. Next, I spread on the peanut butter, and then comes the jam part. And since it's Griffin's birthday week, he gets to pick the jam. I've got strawberry, watermelon, or this apricot, peach, and mango flavored jam. So I'm just gonna add a thin layer of this jam directly on top of the peanut butter, just like this. And then with my other slice of bread, this is the one that goes on top, I'm just using a 4 cookie cutter to punch out the number 4. So now I just close up the sandwich like this, and now comes the fun part. I'm going to fill in the number 4 with a few little sprinkles, and since I'm going with a Minion theme, I'm using a combination of yellow and blue sprinkles. Now in this next section of the lunchbox, I'm going to combine Griffin's vegetable and his fruit. For the vegetable, I've made a really fun curly carrot. For this, I just make sure to find the biggest carrot I can, and then I have a special vegetable cutter that makes the really fun twirly shape. So I'll go ahead and get this in here. And then right next to this, I'm also going to add some really special grapes. Now check these out, you guys. These are seedless grapes and the variety is called Sweet Sapphire. But of course, I think they're really fun because of their sort of weird long shape. I think Griffin will get a big kick out of these. Now to go along with this lunch, I'm also going to be giving Griffin a yogurt. This is something that he can pick out for himself as well. I have lots of different flavors, and out of all the choices, he picked out peach. So I'll just go ahead and add this peach yogurt into the lunchbox. And if I have them on hand, I always like to add a little strawberry heart right on top of the yogurt. It's just like a cute little edible decoration. And now last but not least, for Griffin's sweet treat, I'm also going to give him a little cake bite. And of course these are the birthday ones, so they're perfect for today's lunch. Now the plan for today was actually to spend the whole day at the Legoland water park, but as you can see it is pretty stormy outside, so instead we're gonna go ahead and just stay home. The kids can eat their lunches and then we'll just spend the rest of the day doing lots of different fun birthday activities. Hey guys, and hello from Kennedy Space Center. Today we're here to hopefully witness a launch and to explore all there is to see. Now guys, we've never actually been here before, so this is a first for us, and so far we are loving it. We've been able to see the Space Shuttle Atlantis, which was super cool. And we've also been learning a lot about Mars and the history of the space program. Right now we decided to go ahead and take a break and to have lunch, which I actually packed this morning before we left home. Now like I said, I am packing lunches for all of the kids today, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you Griffin since it's his birthday week. And to go along with today's activity, I'm packing his lunch in this really cool space themed lunchbox. So for today's main course, I'm going to start by making a very simple but delicious cheese sandwich. Cheese happens to be one of Griffin's favorite foods, so I know he's going to love this. I'm just using this really fun cookie cutter to make the sandwich nice and easy. And don't worry you guys, I'll show you at the end what I do with the extras. They do not go to waste. Now for today's fruit, I'm going to be giving the kids lots of watermelon, and I decided to cut these into some really fun star shapes to go with the space theme. For today's vegetable, I'm going to add a combination of cucumbers and carrots. For the cucumber, I just cut those into some really fun crinkle cut shapes, and for the carrots, I cut those into teeny tiny stars. Now to go along with the veggies, I'm also including a little bit of ranch, perfect for dipping. And then for today's snack, I have something really special. This is called moon cheese, and this is basically an all cheese cracker, except instead of being flat, they've made these into little balls. So you guys, this is just cheese. There's no flour in here. I tried a couple of these and they're actually really good. So I'm just gonna fill up this little section here. And then on the side, I have a really fun space themed treat. I'm gonna go ahead and give each kid one mini moon pie. If you've never tried one before, it's basically two soft round graham cookies with a marshmallow filling, and then they're dipped in chocolate. And apparently these originated in Tennessee. And then lastly, since it's so hot today for the kids' drinks, I just went ahead and filled up their water bottles with lots of ice cold water and extra ice cubes. Now, just as a side note, you guys, here at Kennedy Space Center, they do have some social distancing measures in place. You do have to have your temperature taken before you can enter, and masks are also required. But as you can see, in certain areas, physical distancing wasn't really observed, especially in the launch area. Now, today they were supposed to launch a satellite, but literally 5 minutes before the launch was supposed to happen, it started raining, and all of that was canceled. Hey guys, and happy Thursday! Today we're at Universal Studios. Now, as you can see, the kids are all decked out in their Gryffindor outfits, and we're about to do something we don't do very often, and that is buy lunch at the theme park. Now, usually I like to bring a lunch because it's a lot less expensive, but since it's Griffin's birthday week, we're gonna be eating out for a change. Today we're having lunch at the Three Broomsticks, and that is located in Hogsmeade near the Hogwarts Castle. And you guys, this area is amazing, especially if you are a Harry Potter fan like me. It is so detailed. Now, a few months back we had lunch at the Leaky Cauldron restaurant, and that is in Diagon Alley. And so far this restaurant seems pretty similar. It serves lots of traditional foods like fish and chips and shepherd's pie, but the reason we came here is because they also have a mac and cheese kids meal on the menu. So I'm pretty sure Griffin will love it. Now, I do have to say that these kids meals come with a lot of food, but they were $7.99 each. Jackson, Lily, and Griffin all chose the mac and cheese kids meal. Those came with either fruit on the side or potato wedges. And then Mackenzie, who's my most adventurous eater, picked out the kids fish and chips. And then for myself, since it is so hot, I don't really feel like a full menu, I decided to order this butterbeer plotted cream. And I have to say, I gave this a try and I didn't really like it. To me, it tasted like butterscotch flavored Cool Whip, so it wasn't very refreshing and it was really, really sweet. Now you guys, because today is so hot, we just have a few more things we want to do before we head home. Our plan is to take the Hogwarts Express to Diagon Alley. We love taking the train. It is so well themed and it's air conditioned as well. Then we plan to hopefully do a couple more rides over there. And then we hope to end the day with another thing we don't do very often, and that's buy ice cream. Not that I'm against ice cream, but it's usually so hot outside that the kids have a really hard time eating it before it melts all over their arms. What did you get?
I got chocolate raspberry. I got chocolate. I got butterbeer.
I got Earl Grey tea and lavender and sticky toffee pudding. What'd you get?
I got vanilla.
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 Are you having a happy birthday? Hey guys, and welcome to Friday. Now, this week we have been doing a lot of running around. So today, I'm really excited to be doing something fun, but a lot more low-key. We've been hearing a lot about a brand new McDonald's that just opened up near Disney World, and we're here today to check it out. Now, right off the bat, you can tell that this McDonald's looks a lot different than a normal one. This particular restaurant is actually covered in solar panels, and it has a very sort of eco-friendly design. Of course, the plant wall is also a big feature here. I think this is so cool. And they even have some fun stationary bikes outside where you can help power the building yourself. Unfortunately, today it looks like they're actually closed on the inside, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. We can always mobile order and that will be fine. So here we have it, guys. For today, the kids each got their own Happy Meal. Again, this is a special treat for us. We don't get Happy Meals very often. Both Lily and Jackson chose a hamburger Happy Meal with apple slices, and Griffin and Mackenzie both chose a chicken nugget Happy Meal with apple slices as well. And then everybody also got an apple juice and a really interesting looking little robot toy. Not quite sure what he does, but he does look cute. Now, if you'd like to check out more birthday lunch ideas, you can click on the link right here. And if you'd like to see our big monthly grocery haul from this month, you can click on the link right there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.